Hi, this is serving STFUHM, and today I'm doing a review on Aladdin. Now I'm sure you guys know the first movie. Well, I'm going to do a quick review on this, and I'm going to tell you what I liked and disliked about the film. This movie opens up with the peddler telling a story about Aladdin, who is a street rat. After one day meeting Princess Jasmine, who tries to run away, but ends up getting caught by the palace guards. First time he's getting caught by the palace guards. Who ends up wishing that he was a prince. Unknown to him, Jafar, who's basically is trying to find a magic lamp hidden in a cave of wonders. Ironically, the only way the lamp can be retrieved is when someone who is the diamond of the rough can enter the cave. And he finds out it's Aladdin. Jafar basically orders Aladdin to be locked up in the deepest dungeon. Of course, Jasmine is upset and she goes to confront Jafar, who then tells her, sorry, he's always been executed. He's been executed this morning. Jasmine is heartbroken and she leaves in tears. Of course, Jafar, thinking that he's won the battle, he goes into the dungeon disguised as an old peddler man, who tells him that he knows a place full of gold that he can even impress Jasmine and the Sultan, who may even bend the rules that the princess must marry a prince and thus let her marry him. Of course, at the same time, after going through a long journey, Aladdin is taken to the Cave of Wonders, whose guardian is basically, along with the Cave of Wonders, looks like a tiger made out of sand. Since Aladdin fits the description, the tiger says, so be it, but you are only allowed to touch the lamp. As soon as they enter the Cave of Wonders, you see a lot of stuff that could tempt even the greatest of hearts. However, Abu, Aladdin's best friend, or many people call him a pet monkey, tries to take some of the jewels, but Aladdin basically tells him numerous times, don't touch anything, we're only here to get the lamp. Soon enough, we meet up with another character called Carpet, who's a magic flying carpet, who takes Aladdin to the lamp that is perched on a high stairway. As Aladdin is going to get the lamp, near the doorway, there was a monkey holding a big giant diamond. Abu sadly snatches the diamond, and basically the guardian does get pissed off. Aladdin did get the lamp, however, he turns around just in time to see Abu steals the gem. And the guardian says, Infidel! You dare touch the forbidden treasure. Now you must die, basically. So after this great chasing that could probably be put in a video game, which they did, Aladdin tries to escape the place that's falling apart. As soon as he gets to the top, Jafar basically says, give me the lamp. If you don't give me the lamp, you'll die. Of course, when Aladdin gives Jafar the lamp, Jafar basically goes back on his word, saying that I'm gonna give you your reward, which is death. Abu, noticing this, bites Jafar and takes the lamp. Of course, now Jafar is ticked because the only person who basically has the lamp is now gone. And there's no way he can go in there. He can't get the Cave of Wonders to open up again. We're taken back to basically Aladdin being left buried alive, but he's not covered in sand. He's like in an empty cabin. He rubs the lamp trying to read some words that are on the lamp, and soon enough we meet up with Jenny. Jenny. I can't say it. Genie. Yeah, Genie. Genie, who is voiced by Robert Williams. Genie basically tells Aladdin, hey, you can wish for almost anything but three things. You can't wish anyone back from the dead, can't make anyone fall in love, and the last and foremost is, the first one is can't kill no one, can't make anyone fall in love, and the last one is cannot bring back the dead. Which is proven later on. Of course, Aladdin tricks Genie into granting him his first wish, but not basically wishing for it. Genie saves his life. He basically gets him out of the Cave of Wonders and into an oasis. Though at the same time, Genie basically says, okay, you only got this first one that I'm giving out as a freebie, but that's it. No more freebies. Of course, Aladdin is going through the wishes that he's thinking what he wants, but he asks Genie what he wants. Genie basically says for freedom, since basically he is a servant at the lamp. He has to grant wishes. He can't grant his own wish. Of course, then Aladdin does wish to become a prince. We see a lot of snake happens. Like, this is probably a couple of funny scenes throughout this whole film. Because we see Genie going through all this sticks into granting Aladdin's wish. We are to then cut back to Jafar and Agrabah. Of course, Jafar is ticked off. He doesn't have the lamp. He wants to control the kingdom, but he's not sure how. Until Iago brings up a good idea. He says, hey, you can marry the princess, the shrew. Now, Jasmine is not the shrew. She's not really a shrew in my case. Basically, I think she is a good princess. Unlike the other princesses that I've seen, Jasmine basically wants to be independent. She does not, I repeat, does not want to be dependent. She doesn't want to marry some guy who's basically after her for her good looks, that he's after her father's money, wants to be sultan, so on and so forth. Jafar gets the idea that he can marry Jasmine. After creating a neat way, he basically forged a scheme. He tells the sultan, hey, here's a law that states that she must be married by her 16th birthday. However, the rule states that just in case she doesn't marry a guy, she doesn't marry a prince, she has to marry the Grand Vizier. That is him. The Sultan basically doesn't like this idea. He's like, but I thought the princess must always marry a prince. At the same time, Jafar is trying to hypnotize the Sultan. He says, you must order Princess Jasmine to marry me. Talk about a total jerk, but at least he's not like Scar. He's basically almost doesn't ever give up. Just when the Sultan is about to follow the order is when we hear music, opening up to Prince Ali. As Aladdin's coming through Agrabah, and all this neat stuff happens, because basically Genie does go all out on this wish. And we hear this great song sequence is basically about how great Prince Ali is. And when of course, when Jasmine first sees this, she's on a balcony, she is ticked. She doesn't like Prince Ali, period, because she thinks, oh, here's another guy who just wants me for my beauty, but that's it. By the time, of course, Aladdin does come in, he makes a good impression. Of course, Jafar, he doesn't like this. He sees Aladdin as another person in his way. And he plans a scheme to get rid of Prince Ali. Of course, Aladdin feels bad because basically before, there's a big argument between Aladdin and Jafar, which basically has Jasmine saying a favorite line of mine throughout the whole movie is, "I am not surprised to be one." So instead of showing off, Aladdin decides to show his romantic side by taking Jasmine on a beautiful carpet ride that introduced a new song called "Part of This World." On this carpet ride, we are taken through the scenes of them traveling the world. Of course, Jasmine notices there's some little bit that reminds Prince Ali of Aladdin. Of course, she does comment on it. And he says, "Yes, I am Aladdin, but basically, I am still a prince. I just play a street rat." Of course, she takes it in. She's like, "You know what? Basically, he is a prince, and he probably shares what I like." They go back. He drops us off in the back balcony, and he gets captured by the guards. Jafar basically orders them to have him killed. As basically, Aladdin is thrown off a cliff, and he is tied down. Of course, Genie recognizes, okay, he's in trouble, and he's like, "Okay, Aladdin, you need to grant your wish. You need to say, 'I wish for you to save my life.'" He basically takes that as a second wish, and he saves his life. Jafar once again hypnotizes the Sultan, and the Sultan basically kind of orders Jasmine to marry Jafar. Thus, soon we cut straight to Aladdin basically saying, "You ordered me to be killed." Of course, Jafar is not happy with this. He basically soon sees the lamp and he's like, "Oh my gosh, Prince Ali is Aladdin." At the same time, he's about to be arrested. He basically then sneaks away, he breaks away from the guards, and they have to leave. Of course, Jafar does escape. At the same time, the Sultan is in despair. He's like, "I can't believe it. My Grand Vizier is basically been controlling me throughout this whole time." Of course, at the same time, Aladdin and Jasmine get close enough for the Sultan to see, "Hey, my daughter has gotten a suitor." And of course, he says, "Soon enough, my boy, you're going to be Sultan." In which something snaps within Aladdin. He soon realizes that, hey, she wants to marry a prince. I'm not a prince. Of course, Aladdin does decide he doesn't want to be a prince anymore, and he feels bad about this whole charade. We do cut back to Jafar and his secret hideaway. Iago is packing up his things, and you see Jafar laughing like a nut. Of course, Iago says, "Get a grip," when Jafar grabs him. He basically does tell Iago, "Hey, Aladdin is Prince Ali. You need to get the lamp." Iago basically is confused, but he does go through and tries to steal the lamp. At the same time, Genie is celebrating that Aladdin has beaten, in his case, defeated Jafar, that he is the brand new hero. Of course, at this time, Aladdin is not happy. He says, "No, no, no. She wants Prince Ali, not Aladdin." And of course, he basically takes it out on the gang. He takes it out on Genie, he takes it out on Abu, his monkey, and he also takes it out somehow on Carpet. They do feel bad, and he feels bad for it. He's saying, "Guys, wait, I didn't mean to. And he feels bad. Then we actually do get to see Iago's voice interpretation. Iago basically disguises his voice into sounding like Jasmine. Aladdin, thinking it's Jasmine, he goes off and tries to talk with Jasmine, leaving the lamp behind. Iago then takes the lamp and goes off. And this is when things turn for the worst, especially when